Okay, we're back. So as I was saying, I got to manifest that I get to talk about Nu Skin Live. And Nu Skin nailed it. Like, it was the best event that I have been to in my entire time with Nu Skin. So we're going to do a recap today. I have some special guests that I'm really excited about. And as I mentioned earlier when I got cut off, I'm calling in from Pirates Cove. So we'll maybe give you a little tour in a little bit of Pirates Cove. But we apologize that there was no call yesterday. It was the world manifesting that I wanted to get to recap Nu Skin Live. So I will tell you from the beginning, which was we started with an amazing festival at Nu Skin so that anyone could come and really see what Nu Skin was about, see the company, get to know some of the executives and get to see what kind of people we are. And then we went straight into the Force for Good. And then we had the Maroon 5 concert. And it was just back-to-back wonderment. I literally, some of you were there, I could have touched Adam Levine. So, and I want to touch on that. Adam Levine was apparently very, very sick all day Wednesday. And he knew he had this concert for Nu Skin's Force for Good Foundation that night. And they were pumping him full of fluids and trying to get him healthy. And he said, unless I can't speak, I will go on. And so he did this concert. I was standing right there. I had no idea he wasn't feeling well. So, it's such the Nu Skin mentality. If you want to be successful at anything, you've got to show up and you don't use excuses. There's no, I didn't feel good. I've got a sore throat. I'm throwing up. Guess what? He showed up. He did his job and he was amazing. So we kicked off the event with that and then went into just vision and what's happening in the future. I want to start with the product experience because that to me was my favorite part of the event. But then I had other favorite parts. So we had the Lumi Spa, which I woke up this morning, huge bags under my eyes. We've been going since before convention. We have people in from all over the world. I gotta tell you, this helps the circles under my eyes. So I was super excited to get up this morning and use this just to be on because it's, 7 o'clock in the morning. Then, in addition to Lumi Spa, which is awesome, we have this whole product thing around sports. And we're trying some new products. These are the D Chews. So these are chews, like chewable supplements. Amazing. And then these are the Focus Chews, which I probably should have taken this morning. The other thing I was excited about is because my husband and I just moved to Utah, I thrashed my fingernails. We are now using Dr. Dana's, she just did Focus Chews. She developed this just for Nu Skin, a nail care kit. Super excited about this. And I think the thing I was most excited about was eating grass with Matt Salter. So Nu Skin is developing an indoor growing facility where we can control how our products are grown. So if there's a part of the plant that really needs a certain kind of environment, Nu Skin can create that environment for it. We can also control what they call pesticide drift, where pesticides can drift on to your organic crops. That can't happen anymore. So Nu Skin is just investing in some amazing, cool technologies. In addition, one of my other products that I loved is Raw. So Raw, R-A-W, is this whole line of marula oil-based products that the marula oil is unrefined, so it's natural and it doesn't have an odor, and it's all, the marula nuts were sitting there and you could crush them in your hands and get the oil out of them. And honestly, my hands are so much softer just from a couple days of using it. I use it on my hair. You can use it on your dog because there's no odor. I am so excited about what Nu Skin is doing product-wise. They're really reinventing themselves, and I think that's the whole point of Nu Skin Live, is that Nu Skin's been reinventing itself. One of the other things that was exciting is today, for those in the Americas who were at the event, we'll be shipping just to the US Power Lips. So they're releasing more of it and they're shipping it. So today is the day you want to go online and get yours if you attended the event. Couple of the other things that I wanted to mention is, as usual, of course, the products are amazing. And the most important thing to me though is the people. And some of you know my husband's going through a health challenge right now, so we're going through that. And I have to say, if you're gonna get sick, do it in Nu Skin, because the outpouring of like love and support. People used to say, "Oh, this is my Nu Skin family," and I remember when I was new thinking, that's kind of weird. It's truly a family. I mean, wherever we go in the world, I feel at home because of the way Nu Skin people think and the mentality and the love that they bring. And that was just seeing that and seeing what's coming together right now is outstanding. Like nothing I've ever seen in my 7 years in the business. I have never seen a moment like this. And I want to point out just a couple of things that I heard. Rich Wood, the new CEO, who I actually spoke with him at Convention Summit, and I said, Rich, I feel like, because he used to be the CFO, I said, I feel like someone took the lid off of you and you're exploding. And he said, that's how I feel. It's like we're blowing the lid off this thing. And he really, you can see it in him. He is so excited about the future and about working with this company. And it really feels like Nu Skin's always been conservative. We always will be in some ways conservative because we want to be long lasting and be there for you and your children and your children's children. But we are now blowing the lid off of it. So all this excitement is coming. And one of the things Rich started with when he started speaking was sorry, there's a fly in the room. It's making me crazy. He said one of the things that he learned from Blake Roney, one of the founders of Nu Skin, was decide today who you want to be when you're successful. And I just thought that was brilliant because even though, from the outside, perhaps you already are successful or you think you're successful or other people think you're successful, but we get to decide today who we want to be when we're more successful. And I really wanted to think about that. And then Sandy Tillotson, one of the other founders, said, always be remembered for your kindness. Always be remembered for your generosity. And that was, to have someone say that founded a company and has made millions and millions of dollars, that's what they want to be remembered for. And that's what I want Nu Skin to be remembered for. And that's what I want to be remembered for. So Blake Roney, one of the founders, decide today who you want to be when you're successful. Sandy Tillotson, one of the founders, always be remembered for your kindness. Always be remembered for your generosity. Some of the other things I learned, which were really important, were Jerry Glover having huge success in New Zealand. And this is a guy who plugged along faithfully for years without great impact in his business. I mean, he was doing well. I love him. He's been great. But suddenly, they're blowing the lid off of it. And he said a couple really important things. He said, on social media, just like in real life with Nu Skin, care and share. Don't tell and sell. And I thought that was so simple and so beautifully put. And he said, particularly in social media, show things visually. Don't tell facts. And he then followed up with, this business changes lives. Another thing that I thought was important from Convention Summit that OTG put on after, which was an amazing event and packed full of some of the most incredible speakers I've ever heard, back to back to back to back. Blake Bryson, whose father and mother were just recognized as $20 million Circle members, and he's been in the business before, and really social media has brought him back in, and he said, get uncomfortable. I think that's a huge part of our business. And he said, post things related to your why. So we always talk about, some of your posts on social media should be about lifestyle. Absolutely. And make sure those lifestyle things are related to your why, because then you're going to attract people who value what you value. And I thought that was so well put. And one of the other things he said is that when you do Nu Skin and when you are brought up with this mentality, you don't have to get a less expensive dream. You don't have to bring your dreams down to something that's, conventional. You can have the biggest dreams you want as long as you're willing to put in the work. So I thought that was all really important. The last thing that I want to say before I turn this over, and we're going to go a little bit longer today because we didn't have a call yesterday. So the last thing that I want to share was what Rich Wood said at Convention Summit about his meeting with Hans Zimmer. I mean, I can tell you from beginning to end, this event was like none other. And we ended it with recognition and with Hans Zimmer, who has produced the themes for pretty much every major blockbuster that I can remember. I mean, everything from Gladiator to Kung Fu Panda and everything in between, Pirates of the Caribbean. And he was so passionate on stage and he was so excited and he did such a great job with everything he was doing. I have notes I'm referring to. And he loved being there. He loved being there with New Skin. And Rich said he got a chance to speak with him after. And he said what Hans Zimmer does is he empowers people to be their best. He gives them the tools to be their best. He shows them the path, and then he lets them go. And it creates something that crosses cultures and languages and barriers of all kinds. And that's what we do. And it was really exciting to see him get enthralled with the New Skin culture. He actually was not going to, he was going to perform, and then they were going to do the recognition for the long-term team elites. And he said, no, I don't want to stop. I want to recognize them. So his whole ensemble recognized the long-term team elites, and it was just amazing. Every event I've ever been to, every convention, people start trickling out to meet with their teams, and you know, they're feeling at the end like we've got important work to do. Everyone stayed to the end of this event. New Skin made the wise decision to condense it into 2 days. We had 3 spectacular nights, and no one left early because everyone wanted to be part of it. So, like I said, I have never been more excited about what's going on at New Skin. I'm excited. I'm excited to bring on the next speaker. Many of you know my very favorite team elite. He's my husband. He has a background in consulting. He was a lawyer, and he joined New Skin because he's a business visionary, and I followed him because I liked him. So people do follow you into the business simply sometimes because they like you. But he's going to give his highlights from Convention Summit and Convention Summit, and really succinctly explain some of the additions and enhancements we have going on. So I'm going to introduce Jeff Zisselman.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? Welcome to the recap. So my highlight was, outside of seeing all the people, the best part of New Skin is the people. And outside of seeing friends, old and new, from all over the world and feeling their love, Hans Zimmer was unbelievable. I was just watching some clips of video. The things he did on stage, how he had everyone perform, was awesome. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit because the sun is moving. Oh, and I'm a shadow. Okay. So you're going to hear, because we don't have a lot of time, about enhancements to our compensation plan. So New Skin has always had the best compensation plan. They pay the distributors more. I'm just trying to find out where I could go here. They pay their distributors more than anyone else in the industry. And as business changes and cycles change, New Skin wants to stay ahead of that. So you're going to hear, I'm going to read some notes also, because I'm new at this as well, for the velocity plan. I'm sorry, I got to move, guys. It's too sunny. Okay, so the velocity plan and the terms of the velocity plan, you're going to hear us using share, build, and lead. So the first part is sharing. New Skin's coming out with some new platforms, and Diana shared some new products that is going to make it easier for us on social media to share to our consumers and distributors. We are a very consumer-based business, and we want to increase the amount of customers we have. So the products are going to be at a price point that we could really crush it on social. We're going to have a new e-commerce platform to make purchasing easier, and there are a lot of different things going on because we are a consumer-based company. The next part is build. And I don't know when all these compensation enhancements are going to be placed in each market. We don't know which products are going to be placed in each market from Nu Skin Live. So you're going to have to, because since we have people all over the world, you're going to have to go to your market leaders, your uplines, and the company, because the enhancements to the compensation plan are going to be put forth in time. So that's share. In build, what's going to happen is we are going to have blocks of business, 500-point blocks, and now we're going to have daily pay. So let's say I sponsor someone the first week of the month and they achieve 4,500. The next week, they're going to be an executive. They're going to be able to take part in the executive, the amount of commission an executive is paid instead of waiting to the end of the month. And that is really good. You're going to be able to earn on certain blocks up to 40% commissions, and this promotion weekly is going to be great, so people are going to be able to really participate and maximize their earnings. Another part of that is you're going to hear some new leadership titles. I'm going to go over these really quick. So we are going to bring our titles and leadership names into the future. So customers are going to be called members, a distributor is going to be a brand affiliate, an executive brand rep, gold brand partner, lapis senior brand partner, a ruby is going to be an executive brand partner, an emerald is a brand director, diamond is a senior brand director, and blue diamond and team elite, they're not sure if they're going to keep both, but a blue diamond is going to be an executive brand director and a team elite a presidential director. And I know there's a lot of information here. It's a lot for us to digest. It is not happening tomorrow. So the company and leadership will inform you as this happens. The most important thing that we're going to see is in the leadership, in the back end. Nu Skin has always been a back end plan. It gives us the ability to create this leveraged asset, unlike any other company, because we're public and people build this to pass on to another generation. So what we're doing, and what the company's doing, is they're going to make the width requirements shorter and encourage us to build leadership teams. So let me go over how that looks. So a gold executive is going to be, and the payouts are going to be the same. A gold executive is 1 frontline, lapis 2, ruby 4. This is what's going to happen with an emerald. You're going to have 4 legs, 4 frontline executives, but one of those legs has to have 30,000 points in value. So that's going to create you to build a strong leg of depth. A diamond is going to be 5 legs with 2 executive legs of 30,000 organizational volume. A blue diamond is going to be 6 legs with 3 executive legs of 30,000 of organizational volume. And a team elite is going to be 6 legs with 4 executive legs of more than 30,000 OV. How and when this is going to happen is very market specific for everyone outside of blue diamond and team elite, because they're going to have some choices when to choose and opt in. I just want to make sure I get the dates right. I believe that by July 2018, everyone through Diamond will be switched over in the plan. And I don't know the exact dates per region again. And then Team Elites and Blue Diamonds are going to have a chance to opt in at one point. So people who have built this business the way they built it, they're in retirement. Nu Skin will never do anything to hurt any of their top leaders or new leaders. These are enhancements, and it's velocity, so we could go fast speed. So I would like to bring on our next guest. This is a person that I've been friends with for 17 years. I met him when he first got married. He's someone who shows the world a lot of love. He's a special person in my life and my wife's life. He's a team elite for 12 years. So I'd like to introduce, and he's coming out of retirement. His name is Jed Knight. And Jed is an incredible coach and loves his 3 boys. So Jed, here you go.
All right, perfect. Thank you. So the live thing is a little new to me, but however, so looking at the event that most of us were at, I look back, so 14 years ago, it was December 13th of 2003 that I got involved. And going from, I had a motorcycle shop, and so, you know, it made sense to do Nu Skin. Little two completely different things. However, I was told when I first got involved that it wasn't about me, it was about telling my story and making every person that I came across as far people that I wanted to get involved with Nu Skin, not make it about an executive kid or a LOI or a whatever. It was about that individual. So one of the first questions I asked Nathan, who was my sponsor, okay, what do I do now? You know, I kind of needed some marching orders. What do I do? An in-home? Do I do this, that? And he said, well, we have a convention coming up February, I think it was 13th or 12th of 2004. He said, you want to have as many people as you can there. Well, I didn't know what a convention was. I knew that Rudy Giuliani was speaking. I knew that, what was his name? The guy that sings Pooh Corner and Footloose. Kenny Loggins. I knew that he was coming. So I just went out and promoted that. And again, Nathan said, you want to have as many people as you can there. Well, so I had 20, that was again February, and I had 25 people there at that event. And that changed my life for forever. Even though, it wasn't about me, it was about the event. I didn't understand everything that was going on at the event. However, Nu Skin and the leaders just kind of, they took the 25 people that I had there, and just it exploded from there. So the reason why I bring that up is, we're coming off of the Nu Skin convention, and we have November, the TEU coming up, and that's something that you can promote, something that you can get as many people as you can there, and that'll change people's lives, whether it's yours, whether it's people that you get involved. So events, and I look at today we have a huge event, the Power Lips, coming up. So that's another event that you can promote and get behind. And Diana's actually here. She's going to talk a little bit more about the Power Lips and how you can get involved. And again, it was events that made my business explode. And so take a look at what you're promoting and what you want to get behind, and make it about the individual and not yourself, and it makes Nu Skin easy. So, all right.
Thank you, Jed.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to what everyone, including Blake Bryson, has said: get uncomfortable. I saw Jed's nervousness. Even Team Elites get nervous. I personally am super uncomfortable with Facebook Live, but guess what? Get uncomfortable. I'm going to give you a little bit of Pirates Cove. If you've not been here, it's definitely something you should put on your radar. And what this showed me is we've got some guests here who didn't go to Nu Skin Live, but they're interested in the business. And they've been with companies that have just been there and failed. And this crazy structure that continues to grow, that was the brainchild of Craig Tillotson, one of the first distributors, it showed our guests that this is a business that's going to be around. It showed our guests that this is a business that continues to grow, that continues to innovate, that continues to be creative, and that you can count on. And so I'm going to walk around Pirates Cove and enjoy it. For those of you who are getting ready to order your Power Lips, get on there, order them. I can tell you, by getting to the event that you just were at, those of us who were there, our businesses are going to grow faster. I know that. So get to the next event, get to the Team Elite University in November, and I can promise you it will help your business grow. It'll help your belief grow. And that was one of the things that I got, probably the biggest thing I got out of being at Convention Summit was my confidence went up, because I believe more in the company, and I already believe in the company, but I believe more in what we're doing going forward I see the vision, and I have never been more excited. So thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you all soon. We'll be in the U.S. for who knows how long, but we'll be in the U.S. for at least until June, and I can't wait to see you all. Thanks again for tuning in. Enjoy your day. Change someone's life.